Welcome to the Chosen Ones. My name's Erica.
I'm Bernard.
Hello.
How you doing?
What's happening?
There's a lot happening. There's always a lot happening.
What's going on?
I don't know. What can we talk about?
I think something that we talked about in our last episode, or maybe it came up perhaps, is helping your parents. You want to talk about that?
Helping your parents, all right, yeah. Like helping your parents how?
So your parents live in their own home or apartment, wherever it may be, and as they get older, things are more difficult for them to live alone and they need some help. And then I think people fall into, now what do I do?
Meaning the old people or the kids? Or
Well, I think maybe a mixture of both.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And so then people start thinking like nursing home, get people in the home, bring them to my home, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously, we take care of my mom. I've been taking care of my mom for 3 years in February. She's been up here 14 years. I won't put her in the home. I mean, I guess it's so many things. I guess you could start out with, let's just say someone doesn't have any kids. Just sort of an older person doesn't have any kids. So, whatever you want to call it, the system of it, let's just say they're on an income, they've worked their whole lives, they retired, they worked. How does this older person, if they're in an apartment, or let's go to the apartment, where they're in an apartment and they got a certain amount of money to live on.
Right.
How do they pay all their bills? So everything is expensive. So you have that type of an older person. Let's just say they make $1,000 a month. How are they living?
Yeah, it'd be very difficult.
So if they have no children, let's just say, there's people out there that are old. They have no siblings. The people, aren't getting married, and they just grow up and get old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like no one thinks about these people when you're our age. We don't think about that. Mm-hmm. We don't think about that in general. Oh, whether the person's nice or mean, I'm just going to do my own thing. So are you not worried about the future? Because we don't think about the future. You're not taught to think about that, which you shouldn't have to. But if this older person's 62 and 70 years old, you might not make it there, number one. How are you going to afford, you only get $1,000 a month or whatever it is, $1,100. How do you afford an apartment? And then you have food on top of that, and electric on top of that, and I don't know with the single person how they live. As a country, where did we go? How did this come to be? What do you think?
As a country, where did we go as far as we don't help out the elderly?
Well, we never help we've never helped them out in my life. We've never.
Right. So
maybe we should come up with some programs, which they're not
going to. The country thinks about.
Of course not. They're at the end of their life.
So they think nursing home would be my guess.
Okay. They think nursing home meaning the person, or?
I would say when we say what are we doing for the elderly, I think as a nation, the thought is, you can't take care of yourself, you can't live at home, the nursing home is the best option.
Yep, and and who runs the nursing homes?
Well, I think there's some private, but then obviously there's public, government-owned nursing homes as well.
So you're an older person Okay, and we know this. There's a man in a wheelchair. He's going to be evicted. They're going to take him to court. He can't pay his rent. So, again, like, does he? So we've raised the prices of the rent. So it's not like rent controlled. So
right.
You know what I mean? They're raising the rent. So this old man, which only gets a certain amount of income. Mm-hmm. Let's just say he gets evicted. Maybe he won't get evicted, but he will go to a home.
Like a nursing home.
Mm-hmm. So when that happens, the state takes his Social Security.
Correct. All of his money.
All of his money. I mean, I guess he's got a warm place to stay, you know.
Yes, when you say it like that.
Yeah.
But I mean...
You're not independent anymore. You can't choose your meals anymore. It's a very, yeah.
It's rough.
It's rough. And I don't think anyone really thinks about this. When you're younger, you don't think about this. I'll tell you that. You don't think about this when you're younger. You know, I think about my grandparents when you're older. As you get older, you see these things. You see these old people. Why are they working? Why are they working in Walmart? Why are they working all over these places? They're working to live.
Yeah.
They're working to live.
Insurance.
Insurance, right? You know, they're working to live. And we I think, again, divide and conquer. No one really cared about, about this old person anymore. Like, I won't put my mom in a home. Oh, well, I would like to know how many people in general, and I do not know anyone that their parents, right now, I don't know anyone that their parents live with them.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I see what you're saying. Which
two generations ago, my grandparents lived with my mom, and her parents lived with her. And I'm doing the same for her.
Right.
But the people that I know now, in these 15 to 20 years, they've sent them to the home, their parents. Because why? Why do you think that they do that?
Yeah. So there's a couple of things I think that is important for me to say based off of what you just said.
Yeah.
The first thing is culturally, for myself and how I was raised, like, nursing homes aren't a thing, right? Like, my grandma lived to be 100.
Yep.
She never spent one day in the nursing home.
Right.
Her mom, so my great-grandma, lived to be 103.
Yeah.
She never spent one day in the nursing home.
You're right, because I've been to a couple nursing homes, and I will say I don't see any Spanish people in nursing
You know
homes.
what I mean?
You're right.
So, like, the truth of the matter is, it falls onto, and falls seems like such a terrible word because you want to do that, right? So automatically you take care of them. So as, 98, 99 years old and things were getting worse, obviously in the same building that my grandma lived, my cousin lived, my aunt lived, so there were people there with her in that same building.
Amazing.
And then when she was getting worse, between her daughters, so my mom, my aunt, they all took time and stayed at her apartment with her. And I even think about, like, when she went to the hospital, right? Like, we're a huge family, I'd say, right? 12 children, and everyone has had 2 to 6 kids. But, like, you go to the hospital and we're all there.
Yeah, right.
So you have, like, I don't know, 50, 60 people in the hospital. It's just sitting around because I think only a couple people could go in the room. So we're, like, there, though.
Yeah.
And that is so important to us, right? So from a cultural standpoint, I think that's extremely important.
Right.
From a point of your parents did so much for you.
Right, well, they had you, right? You're not here unless they...
Correct. And they raised you and they took care of you and all of these things throughout your life.
Right,
At
so
what point...
you're a baby, they gave birth to you,
Mm-hmm.
they conceived you, gave birth to you, changed your diapers, fed you while you were crying for...
Correct. Correct.
At least when they're older, they can talk.
Yeah. So, like, they did all of these things for you.
Yeah.
So at what point do you think I can't do that for them?
So I think that you have a portion of people, and what I've seen is you have different people. Some people that can't handle it, and they just can't do it. They can't take care of themselves.
Well, then I guess.
Then they're not going to do it. Then you have whether they're, I don't have time for it. Like, it's the same thing. You have to make time. It has to be part of your day. You know, whether you're working or doing this, you have to make time. You're not here if they're not here, so you make time. And then you have the people that put them in the homes as well. They don't want to deal with them. So this is what we've done to our elders. And I don't wish bad on anyone, but it's not supposed to be that way. Little House on the Prairies, like you said, your story. Like, we make fun of the Chinese pretty much and the Indians, but at least they take care of they take care of them. 10 people in an apartment, a home, who cares?
Who cares?
They know what they're doing.
Who cares?
But as Americans, from the people I know, I don't know anyone that takes care of their parents.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that takes care of their parents.
Do you think, obviously you see it from a different perspective.
Right.
But do you think you're just raised differently so that it's not important to take care of your parents?
No.
When they can't take care of themselves?
No, I wasn't raised differently because I didn't see it. Like I didn't see it. My dad lived separate from his dad, and my mom, lived apart from her dad. So no, they never took care of their parents. So I didn't see it. I just feel that that's what you're supposed to do. I didn't see it at all in my life. Maybe until I seen you, met you, but I didn't see it. Is it taught? It shouldn't be taught. It should be, that's what you're supposed to do. And, during COVID, like I said, we said this before, like I've seen what they did. I'm not going to leave some person in this nursing home that they made me. Like,
Right.
Again, with the amount of money. So it's not about money. It's about they took care of you. And, between this wheelchair person and we last week we had this person at the hospital, poor, we'll just say poor lady, they cut off her body from her limbs down, from her knees down, and they cut off her hands. Now, she's got no legs and she's got no hands. Now, where is she going to go? Who's going to take care of her, number one? Let's just say she had kids. In this day and age, I don't see anyone taking care of her. I'm just in general. Maybe, hey, you're a better person if you do. But what's going to happen to this person, going back to, if she has no one, what's going to happen to this person? What would happen to this person now? What happens to them?
I mean, I would say we're talking about cost when you think about the U.S., right? You think about cost. So unless she can afford to have someone in her house, otherwise what will happen? She'd have to go to a nursing home.
Here we go again with the nursing home. So let's just say she doesn't have let's just say she doesn't have the average American doesn't have millions laying around.
Yeah.
So she's gonna have to go to nursing home again with the care one. worker for every 16 patients. She'll just lay there. How long will it take? Like, it's not gonna live.
Yeah.
You know, like, I just don't get it. I just, I really hope there's people out there who understand and want to take care of their parents, sorry. Like, I don't get it. Like, the Social Security's not that high for people, right? We know that. We've heard 1,100, 1,200, like 900. Like, even if you had two people, everything's so expensive in general. You have, you can't afford anything. That's why you have these old people, working. But then when one person goes, there's only so many places they could stay that they're able to afford. Like, I think the smallest apartment is, $1,000. So, that's for this small area, So in a big city, what happens to these people? Like, I don't know. Like, going forward, this is a big, huge problem. It's not being discussed. It won't be discussed. It's like one of those, what the taboo, is that what you call it? Like, not to talk about. Like, why aren't we talking about it?
Yeah, it's important.
It's important. It's important to know as well. And I remember with my dad, I was like, what his future wants to be. What do you want to talk about? What your plans for the future? And then I think the parents and kids or need to talk about with their parents, like, about this. Like, I have one friend that they try to talk to their dad about it, but like, they try to always not talk about it, but it's inevitable. Inevitable. Yeah, that one. Okay? Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And people need to figure out, are they gonna take care of their parents or not?
Right. So you're right. I do think that conversation is extremely important. And you do have some people who are like, I want to go to the nursing home. I don't want to move in with you. I don't want you to. And my question would be, I don't think my mom would ever say that to me, but my question would be, why?
Why? And I've heard this from different people. Oh, I don't want to be a burden.
Yeah. What's a burden? Like burden to who?
A burden to who, right? And that goes back to with like, oh, I don't want to have kids because I can't afford it. It shouldn't even be a thought. It shouldn't even be a thought of, I want to be a burden. What's the burden? There's no burden. It's what we're supposed to do. It's one of those things we lost again. We need to get it back, because this is why a single person, where do you think you're going to go? Where do you think you're going to go? Who you want to be mean your whole life? That's fine. Who's going to take care of you? Who's going to take care of you? You don't want to talk to people? That's fine. Who do you think is going to take care of you when you're 70, 75? If you make it that long, then you get sick, then you're in hospital, then that's a whole different thing of advocates. You have no one to advocate for you. So you get into this bad situation, you have nobody. What do you think they're going to do to you? They're going to send you to these places.
Yeah. It's difficult.
It's difficult. It's one of those things that no one talks about. Homes, nursing homes, oh, I want to put them there. And that's a whole nother thing. You probably know more than me. How does it come to be when you're an older person that we'll say the proxy or who's in charge of telling you where to go?
Well, proxy only functions when you can't function.
Okay, so if I could function...
So you're your mom's healthcare proxy.
Right.
So they can only go by what you say, because your mom can't really say for herself.
Okay.
In the event that your mom can say for herself, then it goes by what your mom says, not by what you say.
Okay, let's just say I'm not around. I'm in a different state right now. Obviously, I'm not going to be. Let's just say I'm in a different state. She goes to the hospital. She doesn't even know what day it is. She doesn't even know what...
Right, they can't go by... That's what I'm saying. They'll never go by what your mom says.
Oh.
They can't do it, because she doesn't know what day it is. So they'll always have to go by what you say in that sense.
Yeah.
But it becomes more difficult when your parent is... I don't even want to say alert and oriented. She's alert, right?
Yeah.
when your parent knows exactly what's happening always,
Yeah.
and they're like, I want to go home.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't think it's safe for you to go home.
Meaning the son, okay?
Correct.
Right.
And the mom's like, no, I'm definitely just going to go home.
Okay.
And the son's like, no, I don't think it's safe. You're going to fall again. You've fallen 7 times in the last 3 months. It's not safe for you to go home. In the end, she can go home because that's what she wants.
So, just because I know a story of, we'll just say a couple months ago, there was a patient in recovery. He wanted to get out of there. He wanted to leave. He wanted to leave. He had no advocate. They didn't let him leave. He wants to leave.
Okay. Obviously, we don't know the whole story.
Don't know the whole story, but from what I seen and heard,
correct.
He wants to leave. Why can't this patient leave the hospital? Why?
Typically speaking, if they're alert and oriented, they can leave. I don't know.
I'm just saying, he was sitting up, he was standing, he's ready to go. Why can they hold him? He wants to go home.
It's hard to say. I think situations like that are more difficult than what we think. But if he had surgery and he's still under anesthesia, then it becomes a little bit of an issue because you're not 100% there. You still have this medication in you that changes your thought process. Right?
Yeah.
Again, I have no idea. I can't say.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I also know that there are people that go in for surgery, and because of complications with the surgery, unless you have someone available to be with you for 24 hours, they won't let you go home either. And that's a safety factor again.
Yeah.
If you're bleeding out, how are you going to call for help?
Right. Yeah.
So, in that sense, I can understand having you stay versus go home by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I God, I'm gonna do, or we'll just say we're gonna do what we have to do here.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard. It is hard. Of course, it's hard to take care of your parents. It is hard. You have to fit it in. It's got to be part of the routine.
Yeah, but I think once you make it part of the routine, it takes the hardness away.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't ever see it as like this is the most difficult thing ever.
But for a lot of people, it is, and then I don't know how we've come to that. I guess is what I'm saying. More people need to start taking care of their parents or starting thinking about it. I guess for me
I think that's
point,
important.
Like, this is why I'm talking about this, because your parents aren't going to be around forever. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Right, so whether it's the conversation with them about the nursing home or the cemetery plot or this or that, like it needs to be had, and no one should feel like they're a burden, and I believe everyone should help their parents, regardless of what happened. Oh, I don't like them or this or that. I mean, you get, I don't. It's rough. It's not meant to be easy,
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. And I just think the word stress is so different for everybody, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, what makes it so stressful in general? But to me, not to somebody else.
Yeah, right.
To me.
And
so I get that, right? It might be difficult if someone's struggling with themselves.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, right?
Then you're having a hard time taking care of yourself. Then how are you going to take care of somebody else? Yeah. That makes it, and then I can understand why to you that's stressful.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
But I guess my question is, do you stop and think about how to resolve, how to fix, how to repair, how to advocate. But you fit that word in. Did you even think about it? Or did you just say, it's just too difficult, so I'm not going to
Right, you didn't even try. Did you even try? Right, you have to try first,
you know
right?
What I mean?
Do we even try? Right, do we even try? We got to try first.
So
right.
I think that's important, right? Like, or people are like, oh, your mother-in-law lives with you? How's that? Like, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again,
weird?
so we've
know.
gone so 2 generations. This is where we've come. We've come to the it's abnormal. It's abnormal. People don't take care of their parents. People don't say hello to their grandparents. People don't do anything with their parents. It's abnormal. So when someone hears it, they'll say, "Oh, you're such a good kid. What else would I be? We take care of your mom. That's what you're supposed to do. Oh, good job. What? What was I supposed to do?"
Right. So I just want to be like, I just want to break it down to people sometimes, right? Like, I just want to be like, why is this so abnormal? And again, for me, it's not, this isn't abnormal. This is the norm, right? That's how I was raised. This is the norm.
Yeah.
But like she gave birth to my husband. She took care of my husband. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. If there was no nursing homes, what would people do? What would people do?
They'd be screwed.
They'd be screwed. If there was no nursing homes, again, I don't know where nursing homes came from. If there was no nursing homes, would the kids just leave the parents there to rot? Or would then they help? That's an even crazier question. Like,
You're right. I don't know what they did, but here's another factor that's not so positive. Is sometimes, we talked about like that stress level, and some people are like so stressed about it. Sometimes that stress creates a negative environment between the child and the parent.
Yeah.
Always, not just like every now and then, like it's an always thing.
yeah.
And then, I feel like just as being a nurse, sometimes you're like, oh, this is not safe. Like, it's just not safe to have this person go back home.
Well, yeah, so, something
So that's also something to think about that we don't really think about, because I think in our case, you think about like who would ever be like that to their parents to begin with.
Well, I'll tell you what, now that you said that. So my coworker at work knows a man that he had a stroke, and her family his family came up from Jersey. And his family came up from Jersey. They didn't put him in a home here. No one could take care of him here. His son lives in Jersey. Brought him back to Jersey. Puts him in a room, leaves him in a room. And the family went to Florida, and they didn't take him. They left him in the room.
Mm-hmm. By himself?
By himself. They gave him a couple things to eat for the week. They went to Florida for 5 days or a week. I don't know what they expected to happen. But he just had a stroke about a month ago and had surgery. So, like, they came back and he's just there. He kept calling, we'll just say that, his friend up here. And was like, my family just left me in this room. I want to come back home. His home's up here. He doesn't even want to be with his son because his son goes on vacation without him and leaves him in a room. He just had a stroke and he just had surgery. These are the people who are my age, younger and older than me. And these people have money. I mean, me and my, we'll say, coworker at work are just
But there's nothing to even say to that. Like,
What do you
can
even say to that? So for me, your son he doesn't even want to be with him. I can understand why he doesn't want to be with him. You lock him in a room, you go to Florida for a week or whatever it is. I want to go back home to my old home.
Right.
But it's unsafe for him to be in a home because he had a stroke. And so we're in this spot that your son doesn't even take care of you, or it's this. These are stories that I know. It's not like I'm making the stuff up. These are the people that we have amongst ourselves right now, and that's why I love doing this. Because I think that whatever age you are, like, you need to figure it out.
Start thinking about it all
Start
now.
thinking about it. Whether it's the person who's single with the amputee, we were going to go away next Monday. And things change when your mother-in-law or your father-in-law or your dad or your mom live with you, because it's kind of like when you have a dog or kids. Things change. You can't always go away now.
Yeah.
Things change for a little bit, and I realize, these people aren't going to be around forever. Mm-hmm. Just like they gave up all those years for me. Mm-hmm. Let's not be selfish. Let's just take it back a notch. Okay, I'm not going to go away for a night to take care of myself. My time will come. My time will come. But their time didn't come. They want to go to Florida.
That's just terrible.
It is.
That is just...
I mean, we went to Florida. We took my mom.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to leave her here.
That's... I don't even know what to say to that, though, to be honest. Like, what...
I mean...
They couldn't take him?
Couldn't take him. Didn't want to take him.
They couldn't hire someone?
Yeah, that I don't know.
Something. Because there's also a thing, and I don't know of people, but I know people utilize it, where you almost do like a respite type care, where like they'll stay at the hospital for 5 days, or in a nursing home for 5 days or 7 days while you're away, if you can't take them. So there's like options at least. Like this poor guy stayed in a locked room.
Yeah.
What if you had to go to the bathroom?
I mean, the
You know what I mean?
details
Like,
there, I don't know. I
how
know
did
they
he
went
eat?
to Florida.
How did he eat? Whatever. Therapy?
Just had a stroke. Just had surgery. Probably shouldn't have went to Florida. I don't know. These are we as a nation need to, figure this out. Between Social Security, can't afford it. I mentioned you yesterday, the day before. If I had money, and people have money all over the place. You buy a piece of land, not a building, but you have a couple of homes, not a trailer park, and you these people that don't have anything, these old people, you put a little old people in here. Maybe these two people get along. Maybe these two old people can get along. Kind of like The Odd Couple. They're not older, but you put these two people together because like companionship, like the old people at McDonald's, like they see each other. Like you have this little community. Then you have a little bus or some kind of van that could bring them to the store or get the groceries for them, other than being in a nursing home. Like apartments are ridiculous, $1,000, $1,200 a month. They only make probably $1,000, right? But everything is so expensive. So if you have this community of like these little trailers or something, of these old people, and then maybe it would be better. Have a garden for them. I don't know. Like there's so many people out there with all this money, and we're concerned about everything else, but
not the elderly.
Not the elderly. There's not. I don't know many people who are concerned about the elderly.
Sad.
It is sad. It's a sad thing.
Sad. Good conversation, though.
Yeah, I think so.
Good conversation.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Right?
Yeah.
Just think about it.
All
Have
right.
that conversation.
Yeah. Elderly, Social Security, you can't afford it, you know? Think about your parents, your in-laws, bring them in because it's rough. Well, I think that's it for this
All right.
episode. I'm Bernard.
I'm Erica. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.